Hey man, hold on. I gotta make sure the light right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy King Bear. Hey, make sure you guys check out the Match My Energy podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, yes,
That's
sir.
the Match My Energy podcast. Make sure you check it out.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying?
That's magic right there.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
magic.
God.
It's only going up from here. Trust and believe that.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. I appreciate you, man. How you feeling?
We're good now. I'm eating.
Yeah. So this is the same thing as that?
It's the same thing except with the topping that you asked for.
Right.
No, sorry, you got chicken. I got beef. But you can have a piece of beef.
Sure, I might indulge. I'll stay calm with what I got. Thank you. Well, we're gonna be eating. Fuck y'all. Respectfully.
Or not.
That's him. Okay, that's him. Not me. Like I said all the time, I'm a good youth with a good heart. Welcome back to the Match Energy Podcast.
It's too early. It's too early for that.
That's why I looked at you, though.
It's too early for that.
All right, let me see, because you said this shit is fire. Okay, so this is the chicken.
Well, you got chicken, right? There's only two things in there.
You think you're funny? You think you're funny?
Chicken and then there's potatoes.
I'm asking for the audience, not me, stupid.
Oh yeah, it's chicken.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
All right. Yeah, so I got the chicken, he got the beef. I'm gonna see how this tastes.
That's what's up. I told you.
I ain't gonna lie. That's fire.
That's fire.
That's fire.
That's $14.
This whole thing?
That whole thing, $14. Mine was $1.50 more because I got chicken and beef. But with just chicken, it's $14 flat. Plus tax, of course.
Yeah. Damn.
Meat, potatoes. What else do you need as someone who goes to the gym?
No, this is perfect.
That's
14.
perfect. Yeah.
Let me get a little bit of potatoes on this now.
So the potatoes are usually like it's a hit and miss sometimes. Last time I got it was a miss. The first time I got it was fire. Yeah, see, like this time it's good.
That hit. So I'm gonna let you deal with that. I got these right here.
Cool.
So, which one you want? You want orange? You want orange, right?
Is that a race thing?
No.
I feel like it was a race thing.
No, I'm purple. I'm kind of.
Yeah, because it's a race thing.
Get out. Get out.
It took you that long.
Yes, it did.
What flavor is it? Is it grape?
You think you're funny? You think you're really funny? No, okay. First of all,
It's grape.
shout out Founders Originals for the gin Bramble, Blackberry Gin Bramble.
How many have you had?
This is my first one having, bro. I'm so dead ass. I didn't know. And this one's what?
Bevel orange. Bevel?
Seville Orange Bourbon
it's an S?
Sour. First of all, I'm not gonna lie, these are really good.
I'm pretty sure I had the orange one already.
Yeah?
Yeah.
These are really good.
Yep.
Only reason why I brought these out because I learned some information, some unfortunate information.
Why is it unfortunate?
My neighbor down the street passed. Yeah. Mr. Palmer, shout out Mr. Palmer, rest in peace. Andre John, I support y'all 100%. My condolences. Andre was the one that showed me the Founders Original, that's why I brought it out. Just out of respect, you know.
What's his name?
Just call him Mr. Palmer.
Mr. Palmer?
Yeah, Mr. Palmer.
Mr. Palmer.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, that's good.
That was good.
It's really good. So, let's see. I mean, we got a lot to talk about, but we can manage the time on this one.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. But There's a lot we got to say. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess we can start with before. I want to shout out Pulse as well, the showcase I went to the other day on Friday. A dance event it's basically like dancers, like they show off for their each respective like studio that they go to or like they consider their house. They have their everyone has their sets. They go out, they perform. After the performance though, it's just like pretty much a club. So you're able to buy drinks, dance, all that shit.
That's cool.
Big vibes, and I recommend all dancers, regardless if you dance or not, you should go to this event.
What's it called?
Pulse.
Where's it located?
So for the first 2 years that they did it, last year and this year, it's been at Revival.
Okay.
On College Street, but hopefully it's gonna stay like that. If not, then they'll announce the location, all that. But it's mainly just the brand that you follow.
Okay. What? It's on Instagram.
Yeah.
PULST.
PULSE. Pulse.
PULST. Pulse.
No, Pulse.
Oh, PULSE. My bad.
Yes.
I thought you were saying post.
No, Pulse.
My bad.
Words are hard, right?
I'm busy.
So yeah, I want to give it a shout out because I appreciate the environment. It is overwhelming because everyone's good, but I like the fact that that's an environment that I can be like accustomed to, that I can be like, this is what I want to be in type of environment, instead of just like out there by yourself. You're in an environment where everyone can dance.
Mm-hmm.
You feed off of each other's energy. I love that shit.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah. That sounds good. That's not my scene, but I can understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I gotta like give my shout outs to that as well, because like things like that are important for me. Like everyone needs that, right? If you don't need that, then if you don't have that, then I feel like you're incomplete. You know, you need to be around people that fit your niche. You know?
I get that.
So yeah,
It's a hard thing to find, but when you find it, you hold on to it. I get it.
and since I'm shouting out Pulse, I want to also shout out the Kaizen Dance Initiative, which is a studio in Brampton. Apparently they've been open for 1 year. Had no idea about this.
Good for them.
Yeah, for real. And it looks like they're thriving too, so shout out to you guys as well. It's pretty incredible to see these things, because like me personally, I would never know about this if I never went to this event. And I'll just be dancing at Kindred. Shout out Kindred Culture as well down the street.
Well, that's how it is, right? You just find you just try new things, meet new people, just be open-minded to everything, right? So that's how I found about this. Like me and my sister were walking down Lakeshore one time. It was like a long weekend, I think, and I know what Donor is, right? So I'm like, okay, that looks cool. Go in, stop by, look, check this out. Fell in love. I haven't stopped ordering since, and that's usually how I find most of the best foods. It's just random. Usually, if it's on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, it's usually overhyped. I'm not on TikTok. It's just like my girlfriend and my friends.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we should go here because of TikTok. We should go there because of TikTok. Excuse me. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, right? I just tag along, but me randomly finding hole in the wall without like checking out the reviews, checking out the menu. You just pop in, you see the menu, you pick something. It's usually the best way to find food.
I don't disagree with you. I don't go out too often, so I don't really know about too many like food spots, but like all the places my friends show me, like I always go back, because they're actually good places to eat. No, not like something like Chick-fil-A or anything like that. You know, that gets boring.
Not like main franchise. Like this is just down the street from Crooked.
Really? Damn, that close?
Like you go down here in Ontario, you make a right. It's like that first joint right there.
Really?
I think it's right beside the Tim Hortons, if I'm not mistaken. If not, like a block over. It's not
really
far.
that close.
It's not far from Crooked Q. You can probably see Crooked Q from this spot, and vice versa.
Oh wow.
It's all on that Lakeshore.
On the same strip.
On the same strip.
Wow.
Not even that far.
See, I wouldn't know because I don't eat. Like when I worked at the time. Right, when I worked at the time, I don't really eat, right? So.
Oh, plus, it's probably closed by the time you get there.
That too.
And plus, why would you eat out if you get food at Crooked?
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, I would never know about that. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, like I said, like just pop in, random. Like it doesn't even have to be a full restaurant. Whether it's like a cookie store or a gelato store, like a little mom and pop cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that empty?
Yeah, why?
We just started.
I know.
Alright.
I'm thirsty. Can I not be thirsty?
You're really too thirsty.
Don't say that. Don't say that. That wasn't necessary. I'm a drinker. What can I say?
You're an alcoholic.
No, I'm a drinker. I can make this water disappear too, same way. Don't even worry about it. Watch.
Is that what you tell all the guys?
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I can
That's
make
not
this
true.
disappear.
That is not. I don't know what kind of guys you talk to or frequent, but me personally, no.
So you got holes in the pants, right?
Huh?
Got holes in the knees.
Holes in the knees is crazy.
The fact that you look.
There's no hole.
That you look.
There is no hole.
The fact that
yeah,
you
because
look.
I have to check. Because
He might be right.
You might be calling me out on something I don't know about. So of course I'm gonna look.
Maybe we're calling you on something we don't know about.
Yeah, definitely not. I'll tell you that much. Fucking bastard.
You know we can do a podcast like this where it's just like casual talk. Like it doesn't have to be like any subject.
Yeah, of course.
It's nice. It's nice.
Thing is, just need a little direction.
Yeah.
At least have a goal for having a pod like that. Because we have a goal for today.
What's the goal for today?
To get to the bottom of what our culture is. Because this is not the first time I asked.
Nah.
I might have this as like a little ongoing topic aside from other topics that I have. You know?
I don't know if you can say, are you talking about like culture as in like what? Like I can't speak for all of Canada. Because someone who's at least been to the west coast of Canada and like central, like Edmonton, Calgary, the vibe here is very different from the vibe in those three cities. Super different. So I can't say culture as a whole in Canada. Maybe here in like the Greater Toronto area.
You got to remember though, because in North America, we're pretty much the splitting image of USA. So even in USA, not every state is the same.
Yeah.
Which makes sense when you look at Canada. Not every province is going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
So the whole reason why I want to have this conversation, because all these provinces that we have, we're pretty much so similar to each other that we can't really say what our real culture is, or what it's supposed to be, or just what are we supposed to take after. You know, that's it. What?
Who that?
Don't worry.
I'm asking it after.
Say less.
I'm asking later. I see that's hard. Like growing up in Canada, I never thought of us having a culture per se. Just because I grew up around so much different other cultures. Like I'm Filipino, so obviously my culture is Filipino. I grew up around a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of Spanish people, a lot of white people.
All right.
So for me to say we do or do not have culture, it's not like a yes or no. Because yes, we have culture because obviously we're our parents are from immigrants that come from different backgrounds. We bring that to Canada, but I wouldn't say our culture is the same as let's say culture of the originating country from where our parents are from. I don't think it's that.
It's not.
Yeah.
Personally, it's not supposed to be.
But it is culture nonetheless.
No, I don't disagree.
Okay.
But you can't really take after the exact splitting image of where
No, you're gonna
your parents came from, right?
You're gonna take the best parts, right? Like the little bits and pieces of wherever they're from, and then kind of make it your own here, right? Like even when I speak to other Filipinos, just let's say food, just for simplicity. Like the food that I'm talking about is slightly different from the food that they're talking about. It might be called the same thing, but when I start listing the ingredients or maybe the method that it's cooked, that's where it starts to deviate. Because again, it's a Filipino dish, but depending on where you are in the Philippines, that dish might be different, right? So even the culture within the culture is slightly different, and I don't know if I can, attest to that just because it's about food. I don't know if it's the same thing, but in my opinion, food is part of culture.
So I'm glad you brought up the childhood portion, because one thing about Canadian childhood, from all the Canadian cartoons, TV shows that we had, we can all agree that we didn't really watch it all the time.
What?
Canadian TV. That wasn't something that we would wholeheartedly go out of our way to change the channel to get to.
What do you mean? Sorry,
Think about it.
I'm not following. What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Childhood, right? Back in the day.
Yeah.
You're old enough, right? How old are you? Like 20?
I'm 28 this year.
Jesus Christ.
Are you not 28 this year?
No.
Are you not 96?
No.
I ask this all the time.
I'm 94.
Oh, you're older.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ah, shit! I should have done the should have done the calculation.
Yeah, you should
Damn.
have.
Damn. But I can't say that because you're not that far.
Nope.
Okay.
No, but like, think about it. So, 27 right now, right? So you know about Saturday morning cartoons?
Honestly, no.
You never watched?
I never got up that. Okay, so that's hard because growing up, my remembering of growing up is like me waking up to like the sound of my mom cleaning and my dad doing something in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's insanely loud. My mom's either blaring music, like her music,
Mm-hmm.
and she's cleaning, or my dad's blaring music and he's like working on the car.
Mm-hmm.
But because I also played a lot of video games until the early morning,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get up until like 10, 11, 12 o'clock.
But you would still at least catch something on TV around that time on the weekends.
Yeah. But like I didn't. I know what you mean. I know what you mean by Saturday morning cartoons. Where you're like, you know, you wake up, you get a bowl of cereal, and then you're sitting in front of the car, like your TV at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, watching SpongeBob or whatever. I've had those moments, but it's not my Saturday morning.
That's fair. But you can speak to it because you've at least
Yeah.
witnessed it, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I bring it up, I'm not trying to say like we're about to go on a nostalgia trip. I'm saying that every cartoon that came on at that time was American. Aside from the anime.
Anime usually never came on that early. At least
It did. But
Yeah?
it's between, because remember, Saturday morning cartoons is between 8 to 12.
Yeah. See, like I'm catching like the latter half.
Yeah, you're catching, but the later half would have the anime on it.
Yeah, but then again, like I didn't really care for it. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
But a lot of people can actually agree with
Yeah,
this
yeah.
because everything that we've watched either came from like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network.
yeah.
It's just that the Canadian channels would buy those shows
Yeah.
and add them to their blocks,
Yeah.
right? But we're watching American TV. We're not watching Canadian TV, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a Canadian channel, but it's
Yeah.
not Canadian television.
Like in fairness though, like I couldn't even name you a lot of Canadian children's TV shows.
I don't disagree with
Like,
you because they were there, but like,
There's two I can name you right off the top of my head. There's Jacob Tutu
yeah.
and there's 16.
You got Yvonne of the Yukon.
Yvonne of the Yukon.
I think Franklin.
Is Franklin Canadian?
I think so. I hope to God it is.
I want to say Carl Squared is also Canadian. This teenage boy, he somehow gets like a clone of himself, but like it's a completely different person, like different personality.
Say less.
I thought it was Canadian, but it might not be.
Nah, but like overall, like all of our like every person I've asked this, they've all agreed that the TV shows that we grew up off of, especially on the Saturday mornings, where like we were all there for,
Yeah.
or majority, it's been American,
Okay.
right? We can't really speak towards what we have that we love so much that we can put this to the side and focus on this. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so.
Right? And that's in terms of TV.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing but backwards. Because we take our channels and we put that to the side to watch what's going on in America, what they watch.
Yeah, I mean, like if you look at the mainstream like TV shows, not kid shows, like mainstream TV shows,
Even
like,
that too.
even movies.
Yeah.
It's all American. But then
Yeah.
you could say the same thing for the rest of the world, right? Like the big blockbuster movies are usually made in Hollywood, unless you know you're watching like some sort of independent film from Europe or India or Asia.
But
So-
the reason why I bring this up is because this adds towards the culture. Because like the problem is like I'm gonna always have this question like,
What's your
what
opinion?
are our aspects when it comes to Canadian culture? What do we love? What do we care for? What do we keep close to our heart that's considered of Canadian culture? And we don't have a lot of it. We have a lot of other people's cultures within here in the country of Canada, but we don't have our own kind of culture here.
That's a tough question to answer.
That's what I'm saying. And this is supposed to be easy to answer.
But like, okay, so like, let me flip it for you. If I ask you, what is American culture, will you be able to answer that?
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you live.
Give me like a broad. Give me like East Coast and then West Coast. Actually, I don't even know if I can say that.
No, East Coast is New York, and that West Coast would be considered like LA, California.
Okay.
It's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest.
So you have. I feel like you've just narrowed it down. You've cut the states into 4. You have the East Coast, you have the West Coast, then you have the South, and then you have the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much how it goes. So you have.
That's literally it.
You have country. Really country.
Yeah.
Like South, and then you have New York, Chicago, Florida, and Mississippi on the East Coast, and then you have just California just absolutely dominating the West Coast.
Without a doubt. California, no. California, it literally is considered West Coast.
Yeah, I know. When you say West Coast, the first thing that comes to my head is like is Tupac.
Yeah,
West Coast.
That's California.
Yeah.
Right.
And when you say East Coast, I'm not gonna lie. The first 2 cities that come to my head, well, 3. It's Chicago, New York, and Boston. Even though Chicago's. You know,
I wouldn't say Chicago. Chicago's closer.
I know, but like
It's more New York.
Still,
It's more New York and New Jersey.
It's definitely more.
And
New
then
York.
you can add Boston.
No,
in
like,
there. I mean, New Jersey's nice. It's more at the wealthier side, but it's nice.
yeah, because New York's too populated.
I mean, that's the thing. No one's really gonna like the thing. That's what is unfortunate about New Jersey, because like New York is so big and so vast. Jersey's just like an adjacent.
Yeah,
Even though they have their own great things there.
Jersey's like it's +1.
Literally.
That's like
literally.
Toronto and then like Mississauga.
Yeah, we're the +1. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. You know. Even Toronto culture, no. Well, I'm not even trying to like go away from that, but like I'm trying to add to the conversation of Canadian like culture.
Okay.
What is Toronto culture? Because we're supposed to be able to answer this, right? This is supposed to be an easy question for us to answer because like we're from here, right? But we don't know because like what really is Toronto culture? Because there's just different groups that they've taken and placed within the city, and then made the city look like New York.
I don't know. I don't really know what Toronto culture. Like to me, Toronto culture is like it's 2 things. It's like you're either hipster or you're trying to be like hood. Like you're trying to be like from Atlanta.
Keyword on trying.
Yeah. No, I know. I said that word specifically because it's like then again, I'm not from Toronto. I don't venture into Toronto that frequently unless it's like certain spots. But you can specifically tell, like, there's certain areas where, like, yeah, this is definitely where all, like, the hipsters go, right? Like, the latest and greatest, the try to be trendsetters.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, and then you have the other side, which is a bunch of teenagers trying to be hood with their ski masks and Nike Tech Fleece and whatnot.
Yeah, with their ski masks on in, like, 35-degree weather.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I still on it.
But, like, it's tough for me to...
Y'all trying to lose weight? Like, what are you doing? I'm sorry, I had to ask.
No, that's fair. Most of them are already skinny as shit.
I know.
Yeah.
But continue.
No, that's pretty much it. Where it's like there's not. It's hard for me to answer what is Canadian culture because to me it's just it's an amalgamation of everybody, right?
A friend actually told me this, like, from what you just said, that Canadian culture is just the sum of so many different cultures.
And I think that's the best part of it.
Is it?
I think so.
Because that's where it gets confusing.
In what term? In what sense?
To actually label your culture.
Isn't that
like what is it?
And that's
not what it's about.
That's what Canada is, though. It's like
that's what Canada's about. Canada's about having other cultures mixing and mingling.
Why can't it be what it is?
That can never be the definition of the culture in Canada. Why?
A mixing pot?
That's not a realistic. That's not a realistic answer.
I learned that in geography, like where they called America a melting pot, but I don't remember why it was called a melting pot.
It's a melting pot based on the news that they see through media. Media deems it a melting pot because of what the media shows people.
Okay.
That's what makes it confusing for people here, because whatever they see on the TV, they think that's okay. That's what's going on there. We don't need to go here because it is dangerous here. We can stay here where it's safe. And we know that our culture is superior in a sense because at least we don't have that kind of things happening around us if that makes sense. Right? Because that's the problem. Because with media now, it confuses like how we see things when it comes to the culture. Because we think that how we're living here is the ideal culture for us, when in reality, we can't even answer the question as to what it is.
So where are we going with this?
The only reason why I bring this up today specifically because after seeing the Kendrick Lamar concert,
You went?
no, I watched the live stream. I watched the live stream. No, I'm kind of glad because realistically, that's a moment in history right there, bro.
I'm glad too. I'm glad I got to watch that eulogy and that funeral.
Yeah.
Because when you told me to watch it to prepare for this podcast, because I didn't know it happened, so I was watching it. I come home and I had to do laundry, so I got the ironing board in my room.
Yeah.
I got the laundry in my bed, folding clothes. But I'm rocking to it, you know. I'm bopping to it. And obviously, you know the songs that I'm bopping to, right? Like not like us. So,
Yeah, of course.
that was interesting. I like the. Okay, so I like the end where he brought out like all these different gigs from LA, from California, to share one stage.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just an entire vibe. Like the fact that you can have a whole stadium or arena sing your lyrics word per word, and to have it like from songs from an album is one thing, but to hear it from diss tracks is a whole different level. And the fact that there was like other celebrities there bumping to it, it kind of just, I don't know, it kind of just shows like where their allegiances lie. So that was very interesting.
You know what the allegiance is to?
No, I just thought it was to Kendrick, but does it go further than that?
To the city of Compton, to the city in to the state of California.
Is
That's
that where,
the allegiance.
Is that where it was held at? In Compton?
Yeah, in Compton. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know he mentioned the city, but I didn't know it was Compton.
No, it was literally Compton still. It was actually incredible. I'm not gonna lie. But the only reason like this conversation is like super important for the culture side is because what we witnessed on that stage.
What did we witness on the stage?
We witnessed what culture is supposed to be.
Which is?
That's culture. People, families, friends, enemies come together to celebrate each other.
But could you say the same thing for Canada?
No.
Why not?
You can't.
Why? Like
because there's no think of the whole thing. The whole purpose of this is because like for me personally, how I see culture, it comes down to the people, the music, and community people, but community and music when it comes down to the culture.
Okay.
Right? What happened at this concert is the raw definition of what music is supposed to be. Music is supposed to be regional. Right? I'm going somewhere with this, so bear with me. Music has lost the regionality, if that's a word. Is it?
No.
Say less. But it lost it being regional because you have West Coast as one region, then you go over to Florida, that's another region of music. Different styles of music is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Right? When you go up to like the Carolinas, they have their bops.
Yeah.
Same way how you go over to Memphis, everyone knows how Memphis people talk.
Sure.
And you can hear it in their music.
Okay.
For example, for you to understand would be Duke Deuce.
Who?
Duke Deuce. Crunk Ain't Dead.
Oh yeah.
The song I showed you like a while back.
I see. I thought that was from New York.
No, that's from Memphis.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So even New York now, New York has its sound, which is technically drill, but New York's...
Isn't drill technically UK?
I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
New York's sound was originally more Jay-Z, more Jadakiss, more Styles P, more Cameron, more Jim Jones. That raw roughness.
I heard Jim Jones in a long time.
He still makes music. Apparently.
Is it really?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, but like, you see like the different areas that I've listed, and each sound from there is different and it's unique.
Yeah.
That's what makes that culture, right? The people there, they understand that this is how we talk, this is how we move, this is how we are as a people.
Yeah.
We can make this into something of our own.
Yeah.
Right? then they make their own music, and their music slaps.
But could you say the same thing for Canada here? Like, not necessarily about music, but like going back to what you originally said, where it's like it brings people together, like the differences of like these different like groups and ethnicities and the way their sound is and the way they talk, it brings them together. You can say the same thing. Like right now, it's about to be July 1st. We're gonna have the celebration square. It's literally different cultures, different ethnicities coming together to celebrate being here in Canada.
That's us trying to be a culture.
Why does it have to be tried?
I am very critical about this simply because we all can agree we ain't got no culture here. We can try our hardest to do something, but we can all agree that comparing to other states, other cities around the world, other countries, when it comes to this country, it is hard to figure out what our culture is. It is hard. We all just like go to our default answer saying, "Oh no, the people around us is what makes the culture."
Yeah.
That's how you create a culture, maybe, but we haven't created anything successful towards that.
Successful in what degree?
In terms of like actual togetherness, because like we say we're together when big moments happen, but when we're supposed to be together, and the little moments, we're never there.
Can't you say the same thing about American culture?
I can 100% disagree with that.
Because
I've done enough research to know that the way they move out there is completely different to how we move here.
No, because like if you look at it, like right now, we're at a time of peace, right? So right now, everyone's kind of just squabbling with their neighbor. At least, let's say in the States, right? It's just gang against gang, state versus state, right? But then if someone, let's say Canada was to attack the U.S. as a whole, those Americans would forget their differences and unite as one, not as people from the West Side, not as people from the East Coast, not as people who are from Texas, but as Americans, as one, and then they would be united.
But as soon as you bring up war, culture's thrown out the door. That's just togetherness and like.
But what I'm trying to say is still the togetherness. So I'm just using.
But if you're so focused on togetherness, you can do anything and say you're together.
Yeah.
That's not realistic.
What about us? Like, we're from two different backgrounds, yet we're still together, able to have this conversation.
Yeah. But that's not culture.
Well, no, it's not. It's not culture, but
that's the whole point of this conversation.
Yeah, but without Canada not allowing it, but like essentially making it our parents coming here and allowing this to happen, right? It creates this. This would be like a starting point for a culture.
No, that's where I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's a starting point for you to create some sort of culture here.
Okay.
But I'm saying right now, currently, there is nothing.
I don't know. I'm not well versed enough in that to speak on it. I just think
which is fair.
I just think
because that's where you should start, to be honest.
I just think that it's as Canadian, as someone who was originally Filipino and is now a Canadian citizen, I still think we have a culture. It is, it's the other people around us. Mm-hmm. Right?
Mm-hmm. But think about it like this. This is why I bring in the music now, because the music solidifies what culture is.
I don't think it solidifies that.
It does.
How so?
It does.
It can't be just music. Because someone could say that
No, I don't disagree that it can be just music, but music is the main point of it. Because it can come down to... There's so many different things.
In the main point of this argument.
Yes.
Okay, because you can't put that as like a cover for everything.
No, you can't.
Because I can make the argument for food.
No, you can't. But it does work in other conversations where you can add music to that, right?
Yeah.
But think about it like this: what happened in West Coast now? West Coast sound, West Coast culture. Listening to their music alone, like the same way how you were saying that you were bopping to it. You know, like you wanted, like when you heard not like you want to do a crip walk, or you just want to do like a, you want to do like some sort of like dance or something, right? Yeah. That's West Coast culture. West Coast culture is a bop. You know, it's the swagger, it's that movement, it's that swayness towards it, right? Yeah. That's like that coolness. That's what West Coast culture is.
Now that you say that, yeah, when I listen to West Coast music, it makes me definitely want to like, what's the word? Let's say groove. That's probably the best word for it.
Yes, and think about it like this: when you go to New York now, back in the day, not current New York, but New York back then, when you hear Jay-Z rap, when you hear Jadakiss rap, that rough griminess.
Yeah, it's very.
You just want to like,
it's very like it's very stern.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying music does add towards the culture, and music is the biggest part because you can embody other people's culture through music.
Okay.
Right?
Can I not say the same thing for here in Canada when I like go to like again this I don't know where Dona's from, but like when I go there, like isn't that like me experiencing their food? And then when I go to like a Chinese restaurant, a Korean restaurant, a Jamaican restaurant, right? It's.
But you're adding to my point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to bring it back to Canada.
I know. See, you can't though, because what you bring up is other people's foods, other people's cultures. But looking at Canadian food, we have syrup.
Okay.
We have poutine.
I get it now. I think I've come because like you're not saying like it's West Coast, but like from India or East Coast.
No.
Like,
that wasn't the point. I'm saying
I get
okay.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. But I just keep going.
That's why I'm critical with. I understand where you're going, where you're trying to go, but like that's why I'm critical about it because what do we have? You know, an answer technically is indigenous, native culture because this is their land that we're on, right? But they've been pushed so far back. To the point where whatever we learn about them are through books, and those are like older books, so we don't really know much about them.
Yeah, and to be fair, we don't really learn much about them in general.
Exactly, like a quick history class, a couple classes, and we keep pushing. We go on to like a Holocaust or something.
Yeah.
Right? We don't really know too much. But the answer is technically them. But it's just we don't know much about them. That's all I'm getting at.
Okay.
You know, but like going back, because like the whole point is the Kendrick concert. Culture was on a display there. When he bring up all those people that dance and Not Like Us, when he opened with Euphoria, when he rapped 616 in the LA, when he
rapped 616 in LA?
Yeah, he did. When he put his hand on Absol's shoulder.
Oh.
That's 616 in LA. When he brought out J-Rock from Money Trees.
Right.
When he brought out Schoolboy Q to bring back the black hippies. Or the black what do you call it? Not hippies. Not hippies. Black. That horn threw me off because I had it right now. It'll come back.
I just know Collard Greens played.
Collard Greens, but like that group, J-Rock, Absol, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick, that group is the black. I think it's hippies. No, it's the black hippies. Yeah, because I'm mixing it with hillbillies. Because hillbillies was.
I want to say it's DTE, no?
Mm-hmm. It's hippies, cause like
hippies?
Yeah, it's hippies because that group, the four of them, that was the hippies. Hillbillies was Kendrick and Baby Keem. So I was mixing the two. That's why. But it's black hippies. Yeah, but like, and even before that, he having the people that they brought out before when he brought out Ty Dolla $ign, when he brought out YG, when he brought out Steve Lacy. Steve Lacy's from Compton, even though his music's a little different. When he brought out Tyler was probably the biggest person that he brought out there.
Where's Tyler from?
He's from Compton.
I know that.
Right?
I know that. But like, even then, like, if you listen to his music, it's completely different from. I would say completely different from West Coast music. It still makes me want to groove. It still hits that word groove.
But here's the thing. Here's what Kendrick did that a lot of people don't get. He like this music is different, right? That's the ability to branch off.
Yeah.
From Compton.
Yeah.
That's what makes Compton great. Look how many greats that you have from your city there, right? And look how many people that you can bring out in the crowd, all the celebrities that were there. Compton has that much power in the music industry. It's just the fact that people forgot about it. Because they've been on a down since like even when Kendrick said when we lost Nip, they were going down. When they lost Kobe, they were on a down. They weren't
Kobe's
feeling
from
right.
Compton?
No, but like LA.
Okay.
Right? Like Lakers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? When they lost Kobe, they felt the way. Because like Kobe was the one that bring them all of them championships. You know? Nip now, when it comes to Nip, like Nip's from not necessarily from Compton, but like, he's from West Coast LA area.
Yeah.
So when they lost him, they weren't feeling right. So that's why when Kendrick said like we weren't feeling right since those two passed, it made sense. Because before that, their music was actually good. it was decent. But since those two passed, the music hasn't really been, you know, it's like they were mourning almost. The whole city's been mourning.
Yeah, it hasn't been up to its standard.
Right? But Kendrick revived it now with that track, Not Like Us. The man had the whole world crip walking. Think about that.
That's true.
Whole world, TikTok everywhere. People in Brazil saying fuck Drake.
Well, I said fuck Drake just because of the whole.
Well, you have your bias towards that with the pedophilia portion, right?
Yeah.
See, the crazy thing is, people think I'm like, I hate Drake. No, he's still my ringtone. When you call my phone,
that's wild. I think I have no more Drake songs on my. I think I said this last time. I have no more Drake songs on my phone.
Yeah.
The only time Drake ever appears in my Spotify songs is because he's on that song with Kendrick. That's it.
Poetic Justice.
That's it. Because I'm like, okay, I can't remove Poetic Justice because that's a sick ass song.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because Drake's on a song with Poetic Justice, and that's exactly what Drake got.
Yeah.
That's wild. Damn, you're right. You are thirsty, motherfucker.
I told you, man.
Jesus. I'm still working on this, eh?
Really?
Bro, I'm wearing 5-inch shorts and it's breezy as fuck out here.
Just be on me, bro.
I'm cold. That's why this pillow covering my leg.
You want another one? When you bring your friends over, you don't give them a blanket?
Give me the TV. Just give me the TV, man.
Give me the chair.
Bro, you give me the camera. I'll it's inspired.
You just angle it towards my face.
Yeah, just
yes.
Yeah.
No, but you kind of understand what I'm saying now, right? Well, Kendrick did, like, he unified all of West Coast, revived their culture. Now he's making a music video to Not Like Us.
Is he actually?
There he is.
That's
It's just solidifying. And to the people that say he's milking it, remember when Yeah came out by Usher?
Yeah.
And how long that went on for?
No.
Exactly, because it's still going on.
Oh, is it?
It hasn't been stopped playing, bro.
I don't know.
That shit's been played everywhere.
Where
Think about at whatever club you go to, whatever bar that you go to, whatever radio station that you hear it from. It hasn't stopped.
Bro,
Think
I can't
about
tell
that.
you the last time I listened to a radio station other than 680 News.
Well, it depends on where you eat. Some places like some of the restaurants, especially in like Port Credit, some of them have a radio going on. They don't have a DJ.
That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
So, yeah, there's been so many songs over the years that's been overplayed for months, and they're worried about Not Like Us playing for 1 month.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying people need to shut up. That's it.
It's people like what they like, right? Like,
I'm just mainly directing it towards the Drake meat writers.
yeah,
Because they don't know how to take an L still.
they really,
Because
they really don't.
Literally, the contest was deemed over by their biggest dick writer.
It wasn't even a contest.
It was an assassination.
They were like Kendrick was playing chess. Drake was in his coloring book.
Bro, no. Drake was playing like backgammon or some shit.
He was in his coloring book.
I said coloring.
He was in his girlfriend's coloring book. That's what he was doing.
All right, guys, make sure you just drop between the lines.
Yeah.
Just like, don't go over. Come on,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
You got this. You got this. There you go. That's him talking to the little girls, by the way.
I know.
Nah, but like, it was over since Euphoria. I mean, keep it a band. Cause when you go back and listen to like push-ups, when you go back to listen to Family Matters, there's not much. Aside from all the lies that he told.
You just called him short 50 times over.
Bro, like, that's not okay, you're in a rap battle. Calling someone short means nothing.
Like, you could say it once, maybe twice, but like his entire thing was like, you're short, haha.
Size 7 kids or size 7 men's?
Yeah, how you big stepping with a size 7 men's on.
What is that supposed
and
to
then
mean?
he said like, said something about like, what do you mean I'm looking down? I'm looking like straight ahead. Just because like if he looks straight ahead, he can't see Kendrick because he's so short. I probably fucked up the line, but it's somewhere along those lines.
No, it doesn't matter to me because Kendrick said to his father, "You're a horrible fucking person."
Yeah, and his mother.
Bro, the man opened the song by saying, "Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest."
Yeah, that's wild.
Bro, and you're worried about how tall this nigga is? Are you kidding me?
That's wild.
Get off this man's nuts, bro. What's wrong with you guys? That's ridiculous.
And I haven't heard him drop anything other than, I don't actually know.
Nah, he dropped the track, You My Everything with Sexy Red. Do not listen to. Actually,
No. No. Okay, if you play that, I'm playing you one. Because I don't know if this is really him.
Oh, the Wild Gone Delilah.
Yeah. Is that actually him?
The fact that you're saying that is hilarious.
Is that actually him?
It's actually him.
That's wild.
It's actually him.
Because that was funny to me. That was hilarious. There's one part me and my sister repeat all the time where the guy just repeats all those Canadian banks. And I'm like, how did PC Financial make it on there? PC Financial, all the banks make it on that list.
You ready for this?
No.
Too bad.
Is this the music video?
It's just a lyric video. There's no music video. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. Just.
Nah, because hold on. No, wait. Because
You hear the voice crack?
I heard the voice, and the first thing that came to my head was exactly this comment. Ice JJ Fish wrote this shit. And I'm like, is he? Hold on.
Did you hear the voice crack?
Why do you sound like Kodak Black?
I can't answer that question.
That makes a lot of sense when Kendrick said that. When you stand beside sexy red, you stand there, you see two bad bitches. I don't know why you decided to play that again, but I did not need to hear that a second time ever.
It's the voice crack. I'm sorry.
It's the everything.
It's so bad.
Okay, is at least Drake's part good?
The funny thing is, Drake's part is actually BBL Drizzy.
Huh?
He took the beat of BBL Drizzy and he rapped over it on this track. So there's a beat switch and it goes into BBL.
Wait,
Drizzy.
hold on. So Kendrick made that diss before even this came out?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And that's another thing when it comes down to culture. When it comes down, music, then culture. For music, every region has its greats. Every region that I've listed has its own greats. Especially in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta's, I forgot to mention Atlanta, but Memphis and Atlanta. Because remember, before Duke Deuce and all of them that came out, Moneybagg Yo, Key Glock, Young Dolph, before all of them, they had 3-6 Mafia in Memphis.
I haven't heard 3-6 Mafia for a while.
That's what I'm saying, but 3-6 Mafia was Memphis. The same way how when you go to Atlanta, and you have like 2 Chainz, Lil Baby, and all of them, prior, they had their own. Right? Every region has their own great. And Kendrick has solidified himself as the great in the West Coast, the king of the West Coast. Right? This is why I bring it back to Canada now, because who's our great? And you can't say it's this man.
It's Weeknd. It's Rush. No, it's Rush. It has to be Rush.
That's Rush. Rush is crazy.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, well,
That's great.
He's kind of carrying right now, I'm not going to lie.
That's great.
Deadpool 3 coming soon?
I haven't watched anything for Deadpool 3.
Good.
I refuse to watch any trailers now just because it ruins it for me. It sets an expectation for the movie where I'd rather just go in it blindly and then just enjoy it as how it's supposed to be.
Ever since they made 3-minute trailers, I just stopped watching them because they're giving away everything in the movie.
No, that's fair. I don't know if it's 3-minute trailers, but there just came to a point where trailers were just the movie.
No, I've paid attention to how trailers have been over the years. It used to be going 1:30, then they push it to 2 minutes plus. But there's been some movies out there which is clearly showing a desperation for viewers.
Yeah.
But they've went up to 3 minutes in the trailer.
The last movie first of all, I don't go to movie theaters anymore because people suck.
Not even just that. There's nothing to watch.
Well, no. Okay, so let me finish. So,
whatever. People suck.
People suck.
Pause.
Movie. Well, yeah, you do.
What? I said pause. Continue.
I watched Inside Out too.
Okay.
Completely blind, because the first one is really good.
Okay.
And the second one, I was like, okay, I
Is
watched,
it that cartoon one?
It's the cartoon one with like the
different emotions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That one's great. It's a great movie. I think a lot of people, especially our age, maybe younger, would care to it more often. But going back to our point about like the trailers, like once I watched it, I went back and watched all the trailers, and I'm glad I didn't, because watching all the trailers, you pretty much get the gist of the movie. So, I'm kind of just glad that I don't watch trailers anymore. I don't think anyone should watch trailers. I think you should be excited that a movie you might like is coming out, but that's it. I don't think you should ever watch a trailer. No matter how many times like your friends or family pressure you, you should never watch a trailer. It just ruins the experience.
You kill the experience, because like, say you watch the trailer and the movie turns out to be shit. Yeah. And then you see everything from the trailer in the movie.
It's the same thing with video games or books. Like if you have to look at review. Oh, it's the same thing with food. If you have to look at like reviews and see what other people think,
then you're ruining it by yourself.
It skews your point of view, because you either have a really high bar or a really low bar, right? Like a great example is Cuba. I know a lot of people that went to Cuba and they had such high expectations for it, because they're comparing it to like Mexico, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, wherever else you went. And then they go there and they're like, oh, it's shit. But I went there open-minded, not knowing much about Cuba other than what history has told us. And I had a great time. I think it's probably one of the better values that you can go to. I haven't been there recently, but it was a couple of years ago. But I still like it. I'm able to appreciate the food that they were able to create with what little that they have.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing now with video games, right? Like, my buddy's like, it's a great game. I'm like, thank you for your opinion, but I'm not going to go based on that. Like, let me play it, let me see how I like it. Because, like, what you like and what you think is great is not what I like and what I think is great, right? So, and it's the same thing with anything, whether, like, with the food. Like, I might think that's bomb, but then for all I know, I bought that for you and you absolutely hated it. But, like, because I said it's bomb, it's this great place, it's such a high bar for you. You taste it, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
The same thing when I go to like these TikTok places. You're like, oh yeah, it has 15 million views, or a lot of people saying it's
that means
great.
nothing to me.
Yeah, it means nothing to me either. Because when I go there, I'm like, I make my own opinion. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. You know what, TikTok.
It's not even just that. Like, it could come down to like simply like they just never made it right that day.
Yeah.
Or they just overcooked it just by a little bit.
And that's what I'm saying with this place. Like when I first had it, the potato was prime. Had it second time, wasn't that great. I thought the potatoes were a little stale. And then today was like just mid. But you thought it was great, right? So it comes and goes, and I get it.
Is this sweet potato?
Just regular potato. I think it was sweet potato would be even better.
Kind of felt like, based on the coloring, I just thought it was sweet.
No, that's just because of the
sauce.
It's the sauce.
Yeah.
It's the sauce.
No, that's fair. But yeah, no. Just going over the concert again, just like the amount of moments. Yeah, I know. 6 times, by the way.
Rest in peace, 6 God.
I mean, that stage was shaped like a casket. So.
Was it actually? I just thought it was a rectangle.
Yeah, a rectangle. What's the shape of a standard casket? A rectangle, right? Anyway.
I guess. Well, like you said casket, but in my head I thought coffin. You know, it's like a little bit of a.
No. That's why I didn't say coffin.
Yeah. Okay. That's
what
I was
casket.
thinking.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much crip walking all over a casket.
What I did notice was when he sang, I think it's Not Like Us, when he first sang A minor.
Yeah.
And then he was doing that slow.
And then I tell you.
And then it was the Hotline Bling.
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
I didn't know.
I was like, that looked familiar.
I was like,
because like what hit me was like the slow vibe.
Yeah.
And then the red sweater. I'm like, I've seen that before.
Yeah. I had to see the meme to figure that out.
You had seen the meme? No, I saw it right away.
I don't remember Drake like. What? No.
What do you mean? Well, that was one of his biggest songs.
One of his biggest songs that he stole from Dram.
What?
You didn't know?
I like Dram.
Yeah, but he's
Broccoli, right?
Remember, no. Yeah, the dude that made Broccoli with Lil Yachty. Don't you remember the song Cha Cha?
No.
I like the Cha Cha. Hey, that one?
No.
You don't remember that song?
Nah.
That's the song Drake stole from Dram. The same beat, everything. I can't believe you didn't know this. And now Dram is a neo soul artist.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, just like super like, think like hardcore R&B, like Usher, but like, you know how like you like drag on some points and all that.
Yeah.
Neo Soul is that, but like, it just works and blends in a way that just makes it great. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't believe you don't know that.
First comment, Drake is really the British Museum of the music industry.
For real. YouTube.
My bad.
But you see what I'm saying, right? He took that. That's literally Hotline Bling.
I didn't know that.
Wow, that's incredible. That's why Dram disappeared for so long.
Because Drake stole him?
That he stole that one song. That was his biggest hit. He took that shit from him.
That's the bop.
Think about that's your biggest hit that you have. You made a music video, everything, and a man comes along and steals that from you.
I'd be pissed.
Exactly.
I'd be pissed.
Trust me.
I'd be pissed.
It's not good, bro. Like, I think the downfall of Drake is actually healthy for the music industry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it a band with you.
You don't have. Fuck, I haven't heard this word in forever. You don't have a biter.
Oh no! I'm not trying to. I'm just being honest. It's an honest opinion that people don't like.
No, so I'm saying, like, you don't have Drake anymore just stealing other people's music, making it his own.
Yeah.
So it's not just Drake. You actually have other artists with other creative outputs.
But remember when I was talking about different regions?
Yeah.
I think what Kendrick's doing here is the start of regions taking back their power, because the regions is what made the music industry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When streams came along and everything, people were like, oh, we can just calculate things through streams.
Yeah.
Streams was never for us. When you really think about it, streams were for the labels to help them to measure and track how well songs are doing.
Yeah, and then they're just gonna find a trend and then like fucking run
yeah,
along
they're
with it.
finding the trend based on the numbers that they have. This is why you see a lot of people in the wrong places sometimes.
Yeah.
Because based on the numbers that they get, that's what, like, okay, this person's good. They're from here. They match up with these statistics. We can throw them here. That's not always the case.
No, that's.
But
fair.
this is what they use to kind of make things easier for them, because before they never really understood music, right? Mm-hmm. But when they added the streams and everything, and then they started to take over, and then you have Spotify, Apple Music, and all these other DSPs coming out now, it makes it easier for them to track everything and to understand things. That's why even like when you had like the 50 years of hip hop, they only bring out certain people. They made phone calls with other people, yeah, but there were supposed to be a lot more people there.
That's a lot. That's gonna be those 50 years might as well be the actual 50 years.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
But I also made this point as well. Like that 50 years, they managed that terribly, and marketed it horribly. Because realistically, for the 50 years of hip hop, you should have been marketing that a year prior. That the 50 years is coming up. They marketed the year of, and not even the year of, before that main event came on to celebrate that. They never really put the thought into those things. Because if it was that serious, they should have done that, but they did not.
It was just probably people that weren't for the culture, so.
Exactly, right? And that's the problem with the culture itself. You have people outside the culture managing the culture. That's what's been happening with the music industry this whole time.
Yeah, because the people outside, the people with the culture don't have the money to fund it.
Exactly. That's another unfortunate thing too, because all they do is waste their money on things. They don't really manage the money, invest, or do anything with it. But that sounds really in your head.
No, there's another one where it's like it's the Cha Cha Real Smooth, but like some guy.
Oh yeah, Cupid. No, not Cupid. I know what song you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like something Cha Cha.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wedding track.
Like, your girl called me Papa. Yeah, that was.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember the rapper's name, but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
I gotta find it.
But doesn't that have a bop similar to West Coast style of music?
I think so. Oh, Zeddy Will, this one on the radio.
This is something new for y'all. Now this ain't nothing new for me. You heard the beat before. You ain't hear me rap on it. I'm about to show you a little song.
This thing's so fire.
I know.
Have you seen this?
No, I seen that.
You don't like the dance? Come on, do the cha-cha. Shorty Spanish, so she like to call me Papa. True fact, everything I do, they call it Flocka. All they do is copy me, I call them Walker. She keep worried about my hoes, I had to block her.
No, it's just so fire. It's so fire.
Yeah. What else? Even, what was I saying? So Kendrick's taking back the power of regional music. Kendrick being the king. I think that's mainly everything I want to touch on. There might be more, but like I said, this is gonna be an ongoing topic. I have to have other people in here to chat about with.
Yeah, that's.
But like, I mainly want to introduce this thing. Like, culture is like really important for me, and I really want to make it clear that when it comes to Canada, that we don't really have one. We just have.
Can I ask? Is it okay for Canada to not have a culture? Is it okay for us to just have our separate cultures and just be accepting of that? Like, do we need to have like does Canada need to have a culture?
Here's the thing. When you really sit down and think about it, you don't really need it.
Yeah.
But don't look at America. Don't look at all these other countries. Don't look, for example, don't look at China. Don't look at India. Don't even look at like New Zealand. Don't look at Australia. Don't look at Africa. And say what they do is boring. Say what they're doing is pointless. Say what this is what people actually do say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Because this is how disconnected people are.
But because people are so blinded by like.
Yeah, that's why culture is important. Because if you're disconnected from culture, then you will never understand what a culture really is.
But like that's why I like Canada, because I'm able to experience everyone else's culture without even.
No.
Like I don't even have to leave the country.
No. That's great, but you're only getting a sample. You're not getting the actual
Yeah, that's what
sauce.
I know. I'm just getting the little freebies at Costco.
Exactly.
I get that. But the freebies is an entryway. It's like, hey, you know what? I like Jamaican food. Let's go to Jamaica. Let's try.
You're saying what Canada is? Canada is just like a gateway.
It's the sample. It's a sample platter.
No, but Canada is a gateway country to other countries.
I would like to say so, because like look at it. Like if I really wanted to today, I could have an Italian breakfast, a Greek snack, a Middle Eastern lunch, another Jamaican snack, and then a Filipino dinner. Where else, like, obviously in the world you can get that now, but like, I feel like to me that's like such a Canadian thing, where I could, like, other than Uber
But my
Eats,
question, okay, so now you kind of lost me a little bit. How is that Canadian? That's what Canada came to be, but how is that Canadian?
that's just my perception of Canada.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
Like,
but you see what I'm asking, though.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I think if you were to ask an outsider, like, oh, what is Canada to you? They'll think like, it's cold, it's hockey, it's poutine, it's
no. See, you ask someone outside of Canada,
and everyone's
what is Canada?
super nice.
No,
which is false.
But watch this now. You ask someone outside of Canada, what is Canada? They just say Drake.
Okay, we're talking about if you're talking about just music. If I'm talking about like
no, but this is what people say. Not talking about music. People actually say, "What is Canada?" So a lot of people they'll say Drake.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So if I say like, "What is America?" or "What is Brazil?" or "What is China?" is it like a person that comes into your mind? Is it a dish? Is it a song?
For me?
Sure. Let's go with the U.S. When someone was to ask me that, what is America? The first thing I think of is Texas. I think Texas is like the embodiment of America.
That's good,
right? But I get it's not just Texas. Like I get that there's other cultures.
No, of
like
course, but the one region that stands out to you, is Texas.
Yeah.
So the region that would stand out to me, like first thought on U.S., New York.
See if other people would think California.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
Before me going to California, I would have said California first, but because like New York is always there in our face all the time, I have to say New York.
Okay.
Like you see it everywhere, from like all like any TikTok. Like for me, like the majority of TikToks I see is just from New York. A lot of people dancing in New York.
That's fair.
Right? So that's just how it goes. And then I would say, me personally, I would say Memphis, because I have a love for Memphis and the music that they have. So it depends. If you go down to Brazil for me now, Brazil, the first thing that come to my mind is soccer. The team.
That's fair.
Right? Going to Africa. Africa's the one continent.
Africa's a continent, not a country.
No, but watch this now. The continent of Africa, the first thing that comes to my mind is their culture. In general, the different cultures that they...
That's a lot of
I know, because they have... Remember, because like the same way how The United States have their states. They have their own like countries within the continent of Africa, and each one of those countries has their own culture.
Yeah.
But it's sick to see that there's so many different aspects to that culture. It's just almost uncomparable to any other.
That's like Europe. That's exactly how I see Europe.
Yeah.
Europe, it's one large continent, but then when you break it down, like you have France, Germany, Spain, England, Italy, Greece, Romania, Ukraine, Belgium, Switzerland, all in that one little place. Mm-hmm. But within driving distance, they're all different from one another, right?
Yeah.
Which is so cool to me. Like, for me to even like, I want to visit Europe so bad one day. Like, I just want to take a year off and just go there. Mm. I think the fact that you can go from like Portugal to Norway and just by foot per se is just it's such a cool thing to say, and like to experience like the different cultures you'll find in between, right? I'm not saying just Portugal to Norway. I get it. Like, there's things in between. Like, obviously, Britain and Italy are like a little bit out the way. But what I'm saying is like the fact that you can stay within one continent and have such a differences in culture, right? Versus like if you go to like, you know, let's say America, you can go from LA to New York. It's still America, right? Sure, different cultures, right? Like what we just discussed this past hour or so. But it's you would still consider that as American. Versus Europe, you would be like, no, that's British, no, that's German, no, that's French, that's Spanish, right? So,
but you see how well you talked about Europe and like all like the different like countries within Europe, like literally that whole speech that you have just now.
Yeah.
Can you ever do that about Canada?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes. I can't speak for the East Coast because I haven't been there yet, but based on what I've heard, it is different and it is nice. Based on what I have been to, which is like Ontario, Calgary, and British Columbia, yes, it's different. Even between British Columbia,
I don't disagree that it's different, but like
I can say I can say like, but it still narrows it down to it's just Canadian. Right? When you think German, it's very different from when someone says it's Portuguese or it's Dutch or it's English, right? But I guess it kind of comes down to how well your geography is.
For a lot of people, it's trash.
It is a lot. It is. But it's just hard to narrow down such a large country and say that this country is just this. It's hard because people in Vancouver are different from the people in Toronto. And
I don't disagree.
And different people from
They still have their similarities, though.
Well, you can say the same thing about Americans.
Varies.
Because what I can
in some states it does have its similarities.
What I can say about Americans, which is unfortunately maybe because I live in Canada, so I'm a little bit biased. You know how most people would argue when they think of Canada, they think of people are nice and friendly. I think that is false.
In America?
No, in Canada.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely false.
I think that is true in America. I haven't been.
Oh, without a no, I agree with you.
I haven't been.
Ooh, no, I agree with you.
I haven't been to America where I'm like, these are not friendly people. Well, there's places like I've stopped by Detroit.
No. Okay, let me add to this.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. When it comes to America, America's gonna have its Americans. Okay, we can make that clear. However, there are. It's not, I'm not saying it's a minority, but like it's so easy to run into actual nice people out there. I can attest to this.
Dude, I go over to Buffalo like every couple of months.
Yeah.
Every time I go there, I'm like, this is what Canada is supposed to be like. Every time I walk into Trader Joe's or a Target or whatever store or even the Tim Hortons there, they're all friendly.
Bro.
Like, genuinely friendly. Not like I have to be because of work. They're genuinely friendly.
Bro, I went to California by myself, my guy. And I stayed in downtown LA. There's a lot of nice people there.
I can say the same thing for Mexico. I went to Querétaro, which is like, it's not Mexico City, it's not Cancun, it's not like it is somewhat touristy, but most people won't have traveled there. Some of the nicest people I've ever met.
Bro, even
And some of the chillest people I've ever met.
when I drove to Long Beach and I was walking around Long Beach, literally people are nice to say hi. I'm just like, hi. You don't
So,
get that here.
The one place that is what you expect America to be, that Canada is now, is New York.
Yeah.
People don't give a shit. People
Yeah.
just, like, they mind their own
Yeah.
business. They're doing their own thing. They're not necessarily rude about it, but they mind their own business.
I think all the places where social media is super prominent is where you're going to find those similarities and that negative energy. I don't know if I got you or I lost you.
No, sorry. Sorry, repeat that?
I think all the places where social media is very prominent,
Yeah.
I think that's where you're going to find the similar individuals that just carry that negative energy.
But I could say, when you say social media, one of the first places that come to my head is LA. And you just said LA is a really nice place.
Well, the places I went to was really nice. So.
That's fair, right? It also kind of comes down to like the individual cities and towns and communities that you go to, right?
All I'm saying is I stayed in downtown LA. I went to Beverly Hills. I was around Hollywood. I was around Long Beach. I was fine. There was a lot of nice people around me. Maybe depending on where you work, the area you live specifically, maybe it differs, but like the populated areas, it was pretty calm. It was pretty calm.
Could you say the same thing about Toronto?
No.
Yeah.
Not Dundas Square at all. Maybe Kensington. Kensington has some friendly people.
Kensington's mad nice though.
Yeah, Kensington's really like
And
for
St.
a
Lawrence.
good little community,
And St. Lawrence.
right? Those two places for good little communities, they have some actual nice people. Like that one Trinidadian dude at the hat store at Kensington. I don't know if you remember, but like him, that's probably the friendliest dude there. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out, dude. Like,
Shout out to Trini hat dude.
right? But yeah, no, like after that, where? Not Scarborough.
Not York. Not
Scarborough?
Not North York.
Not
Not North York.
Nah. No, as soon as you get around Jane and Wilson, you lose me, I ain't gonna lie.
You can't even go inside Yorkdale.
No, you cannot. That's crazy.
Not Sherway. Not Etobicoke.
Hell no.
Not Mississauga.
Saga's cap. It's completely cap.
Definitely not Brampton.
You gotta be out of your mind to even step foot in there. Yeah, no, I don't know. All I'm saying is that Kendrick put on a raw display of what culture is supposed to be. I think people should learn from this, take notes from this, apply it to your own cultures. Whatever like aspects that you have towards your culture, amplify it. Figure out a way to like really let people know inside your culture and outside your culture, this is our culture. This is what makes cultures better. Right?
Yeah, when we're not just catering to just sell.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cater to your culture. That's
The
literally
community.
That's right. That's literally what Kendrick did for that whole concert. Everybody like you understand how everybody was screaming, shouting like.
No, that's not the vibe that I got. The vibe that I got was like just fuck Drake.
I mean that too, but like that's the power of music in that sense.
That's fair.
Right? The power of music can make you say things like that. Right? But like what I took is like everyone enjoying their music, everyone enjoying their own sound,
Yeah.
everyone enjoying their greats, everyone enjoying each other,
Yeah.
everyone paying respects to like their OGs. When Dr. Dre came out, bro, I'm not gonna even before that. Still Dre? Like that shit, bro. And then he went into California Love. Oh my God.
I thought I was gonna see Snoop Dogg, but
Nah, cause Snoop Dogg was on tour. Yeah. Even what's his name? Why is his name escaping me? Vince Staples. He was supposed to be there too, but he was on tour as well. Cause he made tweets like, "Ooh, he saw Tommy the Clown there. Ooh, I was waiting all my life to battle him." Cause that's another thing. Cause when I saw Tommy the Clown there, I almost cried. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I don't know who that is.
So he created the dance style clowning in California, right? Mm-hmm. With clowning, because clowning was made in the early 90s, what birthed from clowning in the early 2000s was crumping. Crumping came from clowning. So clowning is a more fast-paced movement. Crump is the more raw, like kind of like heavier movements, sharp movements. That's where crumping came from, right? So when I saw Tommy the Clown on the stage, I'm like, yo, they brought out Tommy, dude. Because you got to remember, like, his initiative is that the reason why he made clowning was to get kids off the street, essentially. To take kids, like, say, like, you can still have your childhood, but you can take this dance and just put this into the places where a lot of other things shouldn't be, if that makes sense.
I get it.
Right? So that's all he did, but like the amount of kids that he saved, because there's still kids coming to him, yo, I want to dance like you, I want to dance like them. He has tournaments, everything for them. He's done so much for the community and for those children. He saved lives through dancing.
That's cool.
Right? So to see him on the stage beside Kendrick and all them, I'm like, they know what they're doing. Because it's not just they're taking their gang members. They're taking all the prominent people of Compton, of Crenshaw, of Inglewood, of LA, of downtown LA. Like, all these areas within Cali, they're taking, within LA, they're taking all these people and saying, you are what represents us. Yeah. You guys are the leaders beside me, right? You guys are the leaders beside me. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Okay? I can lead, but y'all can lead also. Like, it's all just like a bunch of leaders together on a stage. That's it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's it. And I
get that now.
Right? And I always ask people today now, like, yo, can Drake do that here?
No.
Why? He can never do that. Why? Because he's going to start bringing out a bunch of, like, younger American kids. He's going to bring out Kai Cenat and AMP. He's going to bring out Adin Ross.
A bunch of little girls.
Little girls will follow Adin Ross and Kai Cenat, so. Yeah, we can wrap up here. That was a good combo.
Yeah, it was good.
Another great conversation.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
Casual. We had the food. We got the drinks going. I like the drinks.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, well, shit, that's the end of that. I'm going to upload this like tomorrow.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's been another episode of the Match Manager Podcast. My name is Randy.
Sean.
Take care.
Later.